going. You're going to be the stars of the show. We're going to ask for volunteers to come up. In the next few moments, we're going to ask for volunteers to come up. And you're going to be the stars of the show. Before we begin, though, I want to talk to you a little bit about hypnosis, so everyone understands what hypnosis is. Can I see the hands of anyone here in the audience who's been hypnotized before? Raise your hands if you've been hypnotized. Come on, there's somebody back there that said they were already hypnotized before. Well, every one of you have actually, over there, there it is. Every one of you have actually been hypnotized before. How many of you have driven in your cars, you adults, and all of a sudden reached your destination and wondered how'd I get there? Raise your hands if that's ever happened to you. Automatic pilot, you were hypnotized. When you designed, some of you weren't over 16 and you raised your hands. Well, anyway, when you learned how to drive, the desire for driving was so strong, it actually got recorded into your subconscious mind. You were hypnotized. How many of you have walked into a movie, you're aware of everything in the movie, all of a sudden you start to focus and concentrate on the movie, you start to feel the emotions of the movie? How many of you have ever seen an exciting movie, you're on the edge of your seat, your heart's beating fast? Raise your hands. Come on, almost every one of you. Oh, he's not raising his hands. How many of you have seen a sad movie? Maybe you felt sad, maybe cried. Raise your hands. How many of you have seen Jaws? Raise your hands if you've seen Jaws. How many of you were a little afraid watching that shark kind of getting people? Raise your hands. You were hypnotized. It's magnified concentration. Watching sports events, you're hypnotized. If you have anyone in your family who's into sports and you see them yelling at that athlete on that TV set, they're hypnotized. That athlete can't hear them. Anyone ever see that? Someone yelling at someone on the sports game on TV? Okay, over there. Yeah, he's smiling. Okay, you're hypnotized. Music hypnotizes us. We all go into hypnosis every single day. It's based on creating a feeling of magnified concentration. So today we're going to hypnotize you. We're going to ask for volunteers in the next few moments to come up. I'm going to ask you to raise your hands because there's a lot of people that want to come up. We're going to look for some adults, some teenagers, and some young folks. So we're going to get a nice variety of people up here. Now when you come up to be hypnotized, I just want you to give yourself permission just to explore your creativity and have a lot of fun. 15 minutes of a hypnotic sleep equal to about 5 hours of a natural sleep. It's wonderful. I'm a clinical hypnotherapist. I help people lose weight, stop smoking, remove fears and phobias. Some of you have seen me on national TV shows, Ricky Lake, Montel, The Man Show, Jimmy Kimmel Live. I'm actually what they call TV's favorite hypnotist, so it's really a lot of fun. I'm also a clinical hypnotherapist. I've been doing this for 30 years. So we're going to ask for volunteers in the next few moments to come up. We're going to test your concentration. Some of you are going to be able to concentrate deep enough to be the stars in the show. It's a wonderful, positive experience, and we're going to tap into your inner creative imagination. Some of you have such wonderful creativity you might not even know you have. So on the count of three, I just want to first, on the count of three, I want people to raise their hands who want to participate and volunteer to be hypnotized. So on the count of three, just raise your hands. 1, 2, 3, raise your hands. Now we're going to ask for volunteers to come up. Okay, a young lady back here, can you please come on up? Young lady, could you please come on up? Sir, could you come up? Can you come up? Can you come up? Can you come up? Give it a chance. Can you come on up? Back there, sir, come right on up. Some more volunteers. We're going to find some young people too. Do you want to give it a try? You can give it a try too. Back there, you two folks, come right on up. Fill those chairs. I want to get this young man up. Come on, a round of applause, folks. Come on up. No, don't say no. Come on up. Come on up. Don't be shy. We can't start the show. Come on. Just come on up and give it a try. Come on. Just have some fun. Okay, I want you to sit down in that chair. We're going to need another volunteer. So can we get another adult over back here? Young lady, can you please come on up? Have a seat right there. Round of applause for volunteers, folks. Isn't this wonderful? Just have a seat, young lady. Wonderful. Okay. Now, volunteers. We're going to induce hypnosis by increasing your focus and concentration. I want you to allow yourself to have this experience. And, sir, could you please stand and have a seat with this young lady? Can you please switch seats, please? Okay. Alrighty. And let's see here. Okay. Alrighty. Now, those of you in the audience, you might want to try these techniques too. These are techniques to increase your concentration. You know, the more intelligent you are, the easier it is for you to be hypnotized. So every one of the volunteers here are going to have a wonderful experience of being hypnotized today. So volunteers, place your feet flat on the floor. Place your hands on your lap, one hand on each leg, looking down at your hands. Uncross your legs, please, young lady, uncross your legs. Place your hands on your lap, look down at your hands. Now we're going to try a few techniques first to increase your focus and concentration. So just look at your hands, don't look at me. Is anyone chewing any gum? We're going to need to take that out of your mouths. Okay, you're not. If you're wearing dentures, leave those in. That's fine. Okay, so look down at your hands. Now just try not to talk to the person next to you because that might distract your concentration. What we're doing is we're going to test your focus and your concentration, and we're going to look for some very receptive, creative people to be the stars of our show this evening. So as you're looking at your hands, focus your attention on your breathing. Take a deep breath in. Breathe in and hold this breath in for about 5 seconds. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Exhale. Good. Continue looking at your hands. Take another deep breath in. Breathe in real deep. Hold this breath in again for about 5 seconds. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And now exhale. And just close your eyes for a moment. Now with your eyes closed, you can listen to the sound of my voice, and now we're going to increase your focus and concentration. With your eyes closed, imagine your hands becoming very relaxed. Loose and limp and relaxed. Imagine a feeling of warmth from your hands radiating right into your legs. And I want you to take a deep breath in again, and when you exhale, I want you to do everything that I ask you to do automatically and instantly. Good, you're doing perfect. Now with your eyes closed, on the count of 3, I want everyone to hold their hands straight out in front of you, fingers pointing straight ahead on the count of 3. 1, and you can try this in the audience, some of you too. 2, now with your eyes closed, now 3, hold your hands straight out in front of you, hands straight out in front of you, fingers pointing straight ahead, pointing straight ahead. Now with your eyes closed, leave your hands out in front of you. Just turn the palms of your hands upwards towards the sky. Fingers straight out in front of you. Palms of your hands upward towards the sky. Good, you're doing perfect. Now again, I want you to use your concentration, your imagination, doing everything I ask you to do instantly and automatically without thinking. With your eyes closed, when I count from 3 down to 0 and I say the word relax or let go, I want you to let that left hand drop right onto your lap. When I reach 0, imagine it and just simply let it happen. When I reach 0, let that left hand drop right onto your lap instantly and automatically. And now 3, 2, 1, 0. Relax. Let that left hand drop onto your lap with your eyes closed now. Shh. Now with your eyes closed, on the count of 3, imagine a feeling of what it would feel like if I was to tie a string around the wrist of your right hand on the count of 3, attached to a light air balloon. And on the count of 3, I want you to let that right hand lift all the way up into the air on the count of 3. Just imagine that right hand becoming very light and let it lift all the way up into the air on the count of 3. 1. Imagine it and let it happen. 2, and now 3. Let that right hand go all the way up into the air, all the way up into the air, higher, lighter, all the way up into the air. That right hand all the way up into the air now. And leave that right hand in the air with the left hand resting on your lap and the right hand in the air. When I count from 3 down to 0, you'll leave that hand in the air, but I want you to relax the muscles in your neck. And when I count from 3 down to 0, I want you to gently let your heads drop down, but leave that hand where it is in the air. When I count from 3 down to 0, let that head become very relaxed, dropping down. 3, head dropping down. Just relax the muscles in your neck. Hands still in the air. 2, head dropping down. Hands still in the air. 1, let your heads drop down right now, relaxing the muscles in your neck. Head's getting heavier, heavier, heavier. And now 0, leave that hand in the air. Good. And this is reaching a peak of concentration to allow me to hypnotize you today. So before we start the hypnosis process, I'm going to walk up to each and every one of you individually. I'm going to say the word sleep. I'm going to touch you on your shoulder. I want you to let your hand drop onto your lap. If I give you a number, it means you're able to relax, to concentrate enough to go on to the next level of the hypnotic relaxation, to bring out the creativity so you'll become one of the stars of our show tonight. When I touch you on your shoulder and I say the word relax or sleep or let go, let that hand drop right onto your lap instantly. Let that hand drop onto your lap automatically, and you'll become very receptive to allowing me to hypnotize you today. Numbers 1 through 12, I've given you a number to become deeply hypnotized, deeply relaxed. Numbers 1 through 12. Count of 3. Only the person I'm touching, you'll stand up, you'll go sit down to the stage and go right into hypnosis. 1, 2, 3, eyes open. Good. We've got the volunteers tonight we're going to hypnotize to tap into your creativity and imagination. Volunteers, when I count to 3, you'll simply sit up in your chairs, but you are very receptive to allow me to hypnotize you today. You're going to perform great, being creative, imaginative, very outgoing with every suggestion I give you. Each time I say the word sleep or snap my fingers or look in the eyes or touch your forehead, shake your hand, you'll enter back into deep hypnosis instantly and quickly. So on the count of 3, you'll simply sit up in your chairs with your eyes open. When you sit up in your chairs, we're going to start the process to hypnotize you creatively, imaginatively. You're the stars of our show today. And now 1, 2, 3. Sit up in your chairs. Sit up in your chairs. Sit up in your chairs, open your eyes. Big applause for our volunteers tonight, folks. Sir, I want you to have a